Hey friendship, welcome to my blanket fort. I got a haircut. What do you think? Is it nice? I just need something different because my hair was like super poofy, super frizzy, and like a bleached orangey, yellowy, strange tone, and I needed it to just look more natural again. This is mostly my natural color and maintenance free. Yay! So, the last time we spoke was after I was recovering from my first flare-up with MS, my optic neuritis. Happy to report that is completely done. Like, I can see beautifully again. There's like very like little lasting damage from that. Like not even anything really noticeable. Basically, like, my left eye sees the finest of fine print as like little dots instead of letters, where my right eye can like vaguely make out the shape of the letters. Like, that's what the difference is. Like, it's literally no big deal. I can see beautifully. I consider myself really lucky because some people don't have a full recovery from optic neuritis or their first attack or future attacks, and so very lucky that I have my vision back and that it's normal relatively. Yeah, I'm really pleased with the way that my body handled that. Thank you, body. So where are we today? Basically, I met my neurologist today. He seems like a guy who knows what he's doing, frankly. First impression, I liked him. He seems really genuine. He seems to really care. He, told me smoking is bad, which is fine. I don't smoke anyways. Yeah, he was a really stand-up guy. He is a MS specialist, so that's really fortunate. He will be following my case from here on out. We did blood work today, we did physical tests today. The entire appointment was like 2 hours. It felt like such a long first appointment, and I see him again in like the first week of August. So really quick as far as like appointments and making sure that everything is really like squishy, because he said that my 2017 MRI, that my doctor was like, I think I can see something here. He said he doesn't see anything there, so that means that the MRI showing the lesions from when I had the optic neuritis, though that MRI would be the only one that shows an MS flare-up and MS like damage to the myelin. Yes, the myelin in my brain. So that means we caught it really early, and I think, that's good. He seemed optimistic. He did not give me a specific diagnosis today. He did not say, yes, you for sure have MS, but he's testing me as if I do. He's running tests such as, like some of the blood work today was a test for HIV, a test for hepatitis C, a test for other chronic illness, a test for like vitamin deficiencies and so on. And what the illness aspect, like the HIV and the hep C and so on, that aspect of the testing is done because when you start disease modifying therapies, it changes the way that your immune system reacts to like viruses, or if, like, say I did have HIV, which like I shouldn't, but say I do, then my body, if I were to go into a DMT, my body may stop winning the fight against the HIV, and then that could get progressively worse. So that's something that we obviously like don't want to happen. I don't have HIV. I have no reason to believe I have HIV. This is just like a preliminary test to make sure that everything is good. You know, so that's kind of where we're at as far as that goes. In other medical news, like just kind of moving on for a hot second, I'm not sure, I don't think I mentioned it, but I have a hemangioma on my liver as well, and I had an ultrasound to check in on that, and everything looks really good there, so they're not really going to do anything about it right now. The doctor basically said that it looks relatively unchanged. I do still have mild fatty liver, so I am encouraged to continue to lose weight and eat healthy. I currently eat a pescatarian diet, and I have for 2 years. What else? So I have a checkup on my liver in a year, and I have another MRI this week at 4 in the morning. Ew. Like, who wants to get up at 4 a.m. to go to the hospital and get an MRI? It's just, ugh. But it needs to be done, because this one is to check on my lungs, because after COVID I continued to have problems with my lungs, and so we are making sure that they are happy and healthy and doing the best that they can do with what they've got going on. Again, nothing scary. I just have to take a puffer every day. It's kind of like having asthma, but I don't have asthma. It shouldn't get progressively worse, and it isn't. It's something that's very well managed. So yeah, as far as my health goes, that's kind of where we're at. Eyes, they're working. Doctors, I think that he's leaning toward RRMS, but I myself am not a doctor, and so I can't say for certain that my neurologist or my family doctor thinks like that this is going to be the diagnosis. You know what I mean? However, if I had to have make a guess, I think that's what is going to come from this. My neurologist seemed really optimistic. He said that if I were to start DMT, then I would prevent future flare-ups entirely, and I could just continue living the rest of my life exactly as I am right now, which would be fantastic, really. It would mean that MS doesn't really play into how I live my life, because we caught it so early. Yeah, it's just so crazy how the world works, and like just how the body works, you know? Whew. Okay, so yeah, as far as health, like that's really all there is to it. Oh, there's such a pretty moth on my window right now. I can't even pick up the camera and show you, but it has like black wings with like white lines just beside the tips. It's so pretty. Sorry. Okay, what was I saying? So in other news, things that are not so medical but are still going to affect my health, I'm on a weight loss journey because of the liver that I was talking about. Yay! So currently I weigh, well actually, when I started like a little bit ago, I was 184 pounds, and there's not a huge difference between me then and me now. I am now sitting at 181 pounds, and I am trying to do this as healthy and safely as possible. I do sometimes have problems with like fear foods sometimes. So I'm trying to make sure that instead of telling myself that I'm not allowed to have like a cookie, that like I incorporate a cookie into my eating habits, because it's just unrealistic to never eat cookies. Like nobody doesn't eat cookies. Everybody eats cookies, right? So like instead of having a whole box of cookies, I need to just have like 1 or 2 and then call it quits. Make them last. So I'm really working on teaching myself to pace myself with food instead of just gorging on it and binge eating, because that's also not healthy. I'm also trying to change my sugar intake from like sugary candies and sweets, that's literally like my downfall, to I want to have like fruit instead. Oh, is it still like super sugary and crazy? Yes, but it's not quite the same. As a kid and into my teens, I was like 110 pounds soaking wet, and the main staple in my diet was fruit. I ate a lot of fruit, and I didn't like meat then either, so I would eat it, but I didn't really enjoy it. Anyways, that's really off topic. Yeah, so working on my weight, I have started to go for swims at the aquatic center, which has been really good for me, I think, because in doing that I was able to lose like 2 pounds in 1 week, which was really nice. And then this week I've only lost like 1 pound so far, but I haven't gone for my swim yet this week. So looking forward to that, and it's like I could swim forever. I love swimming so much, and it's such good exercise, and it doesn't hurt my joints at all. That's a problem that I do have, is that my joints can be really achy, especially my knees. So swimming is the solution for me, and it also just, it feels good. Like I love swimming. Something else that I'm doing is I'm actually getting Invisalign. I'm going to change my smile. It's going to be nice and straight. I'm pretty excited about that. I had the opportunity as a kid to get braces, but I was really afraid that people would make fun of me, and with my crooked teeth, nobody was making fun of me. I don't know how I dodged that bullet, but I did. And yeah, just as an adult, like my wedding photos, I just smiled like that pretty much throughout the entire wedding, and like that's not great. And my biggest insecurity about my smile is that tooth, that one right there, it sits back just ever so slightly, and in certain photos there casts a shadow over it, and so it looks like it's way further back than it actually is, and then it just kind of looks like I have like this weird blacked out spot in my mouth, and it does not feel good. So I'm going to get Invisalign and correct my smile, and I'm very excited about it. And yeah, I think that's really everything. Yeah. So I hope you're doing okay. I hope you are taking care of yourself, and I hope that you continue to take care of yourself, because I like having someone to talk to. And I will catch up with you later. Bye.